Hello, my name is HWadhwa, and I will be presenting the electronic waste recycling horror in Guiyu, China. I will be providing a brief overview of the presentation. First, I will discuss the background of Guiyu, China, defining e-waste, what is it exactly, the trends of e-waste generation, who and what are impacted by e-waste, what health risks are associated to exposure of e-waste, and followed by what is occurring in maternal and child health, and ending with a summary. Three objectives in this presentation are defining e-waste and understanding how it impacts Guiyu's environment and population health, explaining how e-waste is related to negative maternal and child health outcomes, and lastly, discussing future implications and what needs to change. China is considered to have an enormous role in the refurbishment, reuse, and recycling of e-waste. A famous e-waste recycling site is Guiyu, which is located in Shantou City in the southern eastern coast of Guangdong Province in China. There are approximately 28 villages surrounding each other with a total of 52 kilometers and approximately a population of 150,000 people. In Guiyu, the processing of e-waste is to extract valuable metals for sale or reuse, and it is a dominant industry for local residents. As in the right-hand side, as we can see, these are pictures showing the current state of Guiyu, China. According to the United Nations University, e-waste is a term used to cover all items of electrical and electronic equipment, EEE, otherwise known as, and its parts that have been discarded by its owner as a waste without the intent of reuse. Illustration 1 explains that there are 6 main e-waste categories. Number 1, temperature exchange equipment such as fridges. Number 2, screens of laptops and tablets. Number 3, lamps. These include LED lamps. Number 4, large equipment such as washing machines, electric stoves. Number 5, small equipment such as microwaves, and lastly, number 6, small IT, including mobile phones and calculators. While the Chinese government has technically banned e-waste recycling, literature shows that a key driver to its current state in various countries is monetary profit. In Figure 2, e-waste generation is compared between 2015 and 16 in various Southeast and Eastern Asian countries. We see that there is an increase in China, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines, while there is a decrease in Japan, Cambodia, and Vietnam. To truly understand the impact of e-waste recycling, the next important question to pose is who and what are impacted. The United Nations and various literature have consistently pointed to these 6 different items that have been severely and negatively impacted by e-waste recycling. The following are women, pregnant women, fetus in utero, men, children, and the environment. While we discuss who and what are impacted, the next question is, how are they impacted? Various literature across public health and Asian researchers in various institutions in China have proposed the following 5 main factors that they've noticed in the Guiyu residents. There is respiratory issues, exposure of inhalation of toxic chemicals such as lead, child neurodevelopment, in utero birth defects, and interestingly, in the last 5 to 6 years, a rise in the impact of e-waste on maternal and child health. Wu Shi, a professor at Shantou University Medical College, and colleagues conducted a wide range of studies focusing on the impacts of e-waste on maternal and child health. One of their studies showed that children from Guiyu had higher levels of lead in their blood in comparison to children in neighboring villages. Interestingly, maternal and child health in this topic has taken quite an interest of various researchers as they are coming to understand the impacts of informal exposure of e-waste recycling to the mother and to the fetus, also, and then to the child. In figure 5, this is a comparison between pregnant Guiyu women and women from a neighboring village. Interestingly, we see that across the 3 outcomes of adverse birth outcomes, low birth weight, and low birth weight during pregnancy term, Guiyu women have the highest percentage. These studies are extremely important for policies and further brainstorming on how to better population health as we see that women and children are being negatively impacted. In summary, this presentation supports that there is a continued negative impact of e-waste recycling, that all populations, men, women, and children, are at direct and indirect risk for various health issues, longevity, the lack of accessibility to drinking water, that there's a rise in awareness and research, specifically maternal and child health research, that is connecting how e-waste recycling is impacting not only the environment of Guiyu, China, but also its future in regards to population health.